I have a real simple opening remark. Hard to win a game when you shoot 36%. I thought our defense, for the most part, was good. It was a pretty wild game. I thought they hurt us early with their offensive rebounding, and then it became just a slugfest on missed shots, offensive rebounds, and free throws. And you know, they played better than us.
Mike, to your right, front row.
Mike, I know you're not about excuses, but without Elena, how does the complexion of the game like this change?
Well, I mean, you're taking 20 points and 10 rebounds out of your lineup, and the fact that she also draws other defenders to give other people good looks. You know, it's a hard game for somebody like Christie, who, you know, can play off somebody like that to get clean looks. Elena's, you know, I mean, it's like any great star in this league. Your team is just never going to be the same without them. You know, I thought we put up a great fight. I don't think we played great offensively at all. I thought that our three bench players, Powers and Ruffin Pratt and Hines Allen, did a great job coming in. I thought that you know, Latoya did her normal steady job. I mean, rebound and score and cover up for everybody else, but and then Ariel Atkins scored for us. But we just made a ton of mistakes defensively. Part of it is some unfamiliarity in people playing in the lineup. You know, I played Ariel Powers at the power forward spot for 20 plus minutes tonight. She hasn't played 1 minute of that for us this year, but out of necessity with Elena out and some other people struggling shooting the ball, it became our option, and it became a good option on the offensive end. But on the defensive end, you know, we're just not on the string when you do that.
Coach, to your left, third row.
Mike, you know, you made obviously a decision to trade off size for some other things. I'm just curious if you could take me through why that decision was made. Obviously, it didn't hurt you. You ended up winning the battle of the boards. But what was your thinking in going in that direction?
Make them have to play differently on the defensive end. Spread the floor a little bit. You know, with Ariel Powers and Ariel Atkins, you have two people that can shoot jump shots and drive, and I thought that you know, would be a factor. You know, and it was. You know, you can be undersized and still be a good rebounder, and you know, I thought we got that tonight. It wasn't perfect or pretty, but it was. I just felt that gave us a better chance once I saw the start of the first and the third quarter, when our starting group was struggling at both ends of the floor, to be honest. And so, you know, I just felt that was kind of a way maybe to combat it and do something different. You know, when you take out somebody like Elena, then you're not going to probably win playing conventionally against a team that's that good. You can do that some other times, but that we had to find some other advantage that we could get.
Coach, to your right, third row.
Yeah.
Going into this game, obviously, whether or not you had so much time to plan, but you obviously had some time to game plan, what did you think was going to be the key for you guys to pull away with a victory without your star?
I mean, the game when it was invented was to make shots, and you know, we needed more than one or two people to make open shots or create open shots, and we didn't have that as a general rule. When you shoot 36%, it's really hard. You know, these are two teams that, as a general rule, have had a little bit of flow to their games, and you know, both teams have shot the ball decently all year. And then you get into a well-scouted slugfest in the playoffs, and if you don't have that extra scorer, then you got to win it on the defensive end. Let your defense create the offense, which we did for part of the game. Get extra possessions through forcing turnovers or offensive rebounds, and that's how we stayed in the game. But it just wasn't enough. I mean, there's not a lot of game planning. You can't change your whole team and what you do in that short amount of time. And so you have to be the best of what you can be and live with it.
Coach, to your right, front row.
Christie played all 40 minutes tonight. I know you mentioned it was a frustrating game for her, a tough game for her without Elena. what gives you that belief in her late in the game to stick with her? Everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, there's a couple reasons. I can be a little bit sarcastic, but
Yeah.
in the sense, like, what are my options?
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, in a sense, like, would you rather have her out there and seen what she's done in the past, or put somebody else that doesn't have that experience and everything else, and say, well, I'm sorry, you're struggling tonight. You know, we've been in situations before where she has struggled, and then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter she makes big shots. I mean, when we won in the playoffs last year to get to this point last year because she could make those shots. You have to have faith in her to do it and give her that opportunity. I mean, it's not like, you know, I can invent somebody else to go do that anyway. So, you know, it's a pretty simple decision for me. I didn't even think twice about it. So.
Last question for Coach, front row left.
Mike, on the flip side, Natasha only played about 20 minutes. But she had 1 assist. She's been getting a lot this year. What did you see from her tonight?
She just didn't have a great game tonight. She's been consistent most of the year, but I thought once we subbed and we put Aerial Powers and Pratt in, we played better tonight, and hopefully Sunday will be her turn to be good. She's been really good, but it's one of those in-the-game decisions. You look down and you see, you know, certain players are a plus on the floor and others are a minus, and if the minus is big and other people are playing well, you stick with the people who are playing well that night. And you know, you could say, well, then that would be the reason to take somebody else out, but there's different levels of experience too.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks.